I want to mention this to you. You know how in this country they are freaking out over the Chinese virus? And a lot of people are starting to believe that it's all an attempt to control the people and to control the people. And I mentioned earlier that there are Republican states that are opening up, but the Democrats don't want to let loose because they want to blame the president for the economy falling apart, right? And they're going to blame that on him. And as long as they can get you to wear a mask and act crazy, they will do it because they love the control that they have over you, and it's destroying the economy, which means that you're going to be angry about that. And when they blame the president for it, you're going to agree with them. That's what they want, all right? So the Democrats are not going to let this go. And I personally believe as well, apparently one of the sons said it too, they're going to hold on to it as long as they can, if it means holding on to this until the election. The New York Post is reporting why American life went on as normal during the killer pandemic of 1969. I have forgotten all about this, period. I told it, but I kind of remember that this did happen. By mid-December of 1968, that's the year I graduated from high school, by the way. By mid-December of 1968, a new virus known as the Hong Kong flu originated in China, had spread all across the United States. Hong Kong flu, I do remember that back in 1968 when it was started. Today's coronavirus and the flu from 1968 share many similarities. So the Hong Kong flu compared to the Chinese virus today. Both viruses spread it quickly. And I remember that too, but no one really freaked out. But both viruses spread quickly. They attack respiratory systems. Over 65 those, he doesn't have this written right. I don't know. What is that, over 65? What does that mean? Oh, okay. So he left out the over 65 population were most at risk, as they're telling you today. Same thing with the Hong Kong flu. Those who were over 65 was mostly at risk with the Hong Kong flu. Celebrities and famous people were infected. Horror stories are having to store bodies away in the way that we saw them do it in New York, I believe, in refrigerators and things. They had refrigerator trucks in New York. Remember that? Same thing happened with the Hong Kong flu. 1968 flu killed an estimated 100,000 people, over 100,000 people with the Hong Kong flu. But they did not shut down everything. They did not stop people from going to work. They did not make people wear masks. Schools were not shut down. They didn't shut the schools down. Social distancing and masks were not enforced. Here is a news report from CBS about the Hong Kong flu of 1969.
I have, in fact, at 6 Children's, and also my colleague down in Hamilton has isolated what we call the A2 Hong Kong 68 strain of influenza. Off it went down for the winter season, down into the southern hemisphere, and came back this time to North America, this time rather to the continent first, and the debt has been repaid from last year, and it's now visiting this part of the world from the continent.
Well, since you know it's peregrination so well, why can't it be controlled?
Well, why can't it be controlled is because new people are born all the time into this world of ours, and they are not immune. Furthermore, even if you get the virus 1 year, your immunity is only going to be good for 2 or 3 years.
What about the problem of perhaps getting vaccinated or immunized against the flu? That seems to be quite popular in certain parts of North America.
Well, I think this is a free choice matter, really. Immunization, according to a lot of authorities, would say that a healthy adult, really, flu vaccination is not really indicated unless that healthy adult happens to be in some key or service situation.
Amazing. So even if you receive a vaccination, the vaccination, it's going to last for a year. You have to be healthy. All right? So why is this any different than that? To the point they have to shut down everything to try to destroy the economy. Same thing happened with the Hong Kong flu, according to this story of 1968, 69. I would suggest that you start thinking for yourself, folks. Really. Summit News is reporting that a restaurant in South Carolina is using blow-up dolls to occupy empty tables in order to enforce social distancing. Here's that report.
I might even kiss one of those dolls before the night's over.
I think you'll have to buy her a drink first.
If she can drink it, I'll buy it.
It's a concept that is not frightening to people, and it gives them something, once again, light to think about instead of virus and X's everywhere.
That's amazing. People do some weird things. It's just weird. You're sitting in a cafe with some dummy dolls sitting at the table. They didn't do that with the Hong Kong flu. And if you notice that the man and the woman that was talking about the Hong Kong flu, it was so rational. They seem to have control, self-control. It's crazy what America has come to. I would not go into a cafe that has dummy dolls sitting at the table. It doesn't make sense. It's just crazy. And this, one last story about this. This Dutch restaurant is putting people in glass boxes. Watch this.
It's super cozy. It's really cozy and nice, and the food is delicious.
Welcome to Etten, a Dutch restaurant nestled in the heart of Amsterdam. It recently came up with an idea on how to offer classy outdoor dining in the age of social distancing. Small glass cabins built for 2 or 3 people. Waiters wear gloves and transparent face shields and use a long board to serve dishes to ensure minimal physical contact with customers.
So we're now learning how to do the cleaning, how to do the service, how to get the empty plates out of the greenhouse again in an elegant way, so you still feel taken care of really nicely. So
that's amazing. It's amazing what the government can get the people to do nowadays. Grown people, adults. It's only because you've lost self-control. Really. That's why it is. The family is broken. The order of God is gone. And they can just make the children of the light can make you do some weird stuff. Weird things. Just FYI. Smoke on it. Amazing. And don't forget to like, follow, tweet, subscribe, and share the Jesse Lee Peterson radio show, folks. We really appreciate it. We are at war. It is a spiritual battle for the soul of America. And it's going to take all of us to do it.